Hi, everybody. I'm a high school teacher. All right, that was a good reaction. Sometimes people clap or woo, but this guy just started laughing, which I think is definitely the best reaction I've gotten. Very good, sir, yeah. No one should be clapping or wooing my bad decisions. What I'm saying is also, this is not the first time that I've seen somebody dive through a bunch of cups to get attention, all right? I'm used to this shit. You never know what fun things are going to happen when you're a high school teacher. The other day I went to the ELL class, which is the kids who can't speak English. I only had to substitute teach for one class period. All right? So I thought I'd just let them play on their phones for an hour and take attendance. Wrong. I got to the first name on the list, ISIS. Like the terrorist organization, right? So I'm like, ISIS, they're just looking at me. They don't understand. I'm like, IS, they can't speak English. They don't understand what I'm saying. I had noticed that the principal walked in, right as I went up to these Middle Eastern kids and said, "Are you ISIS? Are you ISIS? Are you ISIS?" Yeah, I got to have a really fun meeting that day. I have problems with the kids who speak English as well. One of the kids the other day said, "Miss Newton, other kids say you look like the Lorax." I only teach for the respect. I teach at inner city school, which is a nice way of saying the kids always want to punch each other. And next to our school, there's actually a zoo. And there's a fence separating the zoo and the school. And I noticed that the other day that there's barbed wire on the fence, and the barbed wire is on the school side. Yeah, it's not to protect the children. Our school colors are black and orange, and we have an animal mascot. I'm going to do a little bit of audience participation, all right? I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. You guys are going to tell me what the animal is, all right? So it's the black and orange. 1, 2, 3. Somebody did a kazoo for that. I've gotten a lot of weird reactions, but I've never gotten a kazoo before. All right, most people seem to say tiger, though, but it's not tiger. It's polar bear. Yeah, that weirdness that you're feeling inside your head, that's how I feel every day when I go into school. Oh, these kids, I just don't know. I had this kid, because I'm a history teacher the other day, I was teaching them about the Holocaust, and I said, Hitler killed 6 million Jews, and this one kid looked right at me and said, "That's not the worst thing that Hitler did." And me, because I'm not that smart, said, "What's the worst thing that Hitler did?" And this kid looked right at me and said, "Hitler did your mom." Yep. Oh, God. Yeah. They argue with some of the weirdest things. There's another kid who's arguing with me that he knew everything about the movie 9/11 because he saw the movie Soul Plane. Yeah, I'm excited to teach him about feminism, though, by having watched the movie White Chicks. I don't just work with kids, I also have kids of my own. Every day I go into my daughter's room and I say, "Princess, it's time to get ready for school," and she looks right at me and says, "Die in a hole." Oh yeah, it's so much fun. So much fun. My kids, they talk about things that other kids talk about. They just talk about it in different ways. Like my kids talk about divorce a lot because they're concerned because some of their parents' friends or their friends' parents are getting divorced. But they don't talk about divorce the way that they don't use the word divorce. They call it the quest for 2 Christmases. Yep. My son, he's a little smaller version of me. The other day he came up with a rap name for himself. I'm like, "What's a rap name for a smaller version of me?" He says, "Rap name is Little Ritz." All right. Little Ritz? Yeah, why Little Ritz? Because I'm a tiny cracker? Yeah. That's what I'm dealing with. He's 12, and he's growing up a little bit. He's asking questions now that are a little bit more uncomfortable. The other day we're driving a car, and he says, "Dad, what's 69? Don't worry, because the story gets so much worse, because my 15-year-old was also in the car, and they said, "Dad doesn't know what 69 is because he's never done it." Oh, yeah. So now I have to decide. I've been disrespected by a 15-year-old, right? So I have to decide what I'm going to say to tell her that was not good, but also, I'm a mature, responsible adult, so I have to handle it in a certain way. So I said the only thing I could. "Yeah, I know what 69 is. I've done a lot with your mom. I don't know where these kids get their disrespect from. One of these days I'll figure it out. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you just got to look for opportunities that present themselves, or even I'm not really religious, but sometimes I just feel like that he is watching me. The other day I was having a really bad day, and I had to stop at a McDonald's to pee, and then as I was peeing, I looked up, and somebody had written there, "Nice hog." And I was just like, you know what? That's what I needed right there. That just brightens my whole day. Sometimes there are not any footprints at all. He's carrying you. I really just found that out that day. I'm from a town called Worcester, Massachusetts. No. We are not wooing. We are not clapping. And no. Bad audience. I'm going to find a newspaper and hit a bunch of you already. No, we're not so. We stole a minor league ball team from Pawtucket, Rhode Island. We are not that cool, all right? I know we're not because my son's Nintendo DS broke the other day and I had to Google place to get electronics fixed in Worcester, Massachusetts, and the first thing that came up was a Radio Shack that closed in 2014. We are not that cool. I make fun of Worcester, but it's fun to live in a town with 2.37 dispensaries for every man, woman, and child. Yeah, Worcester, you don't have to be high to live there, but it helps. I got a very Worcester story. The other day I was walking down Shrewsbury Street, which is one of our nicer streets. You can tell because that's where the good little Caesars is. And as I was walking there, I heard a very Worcester conversation. I heard somebody knocking in and say, "Let me in, I'm not a crackhead." It's a very important thing to say in Worcester, Massachusetts. I didn't hear what the person inside said, but I heard what the person outside said after she was done talking. He said, "What, you expect me to do all this crack by myself?" And somebody 2 doors down said, "I'll do crack with you," and then the original person pulled them in, and that is a Worcester love story right there. I've seen amazing things in this town. The other day I saw a van, and on the back of the van, there had like, you know how that the cartoon characters are like the man, the woman, the dog, the kids? Yeah, some people are not okay. This one was a little bit different though, because where the dad had been was scratched out. Yeah, and there was a giant yellow sticker that said the word MILF. It is a magical place. I saw another car the other day, and it actually, I wish I could have taken a picture, but I was driving, and it actually said the guy's name, YouTube Mechanic. YouTube Certified Mechanic, which I don't think is a thing. Also, his car had no bumper. And that is just like a level of optimism that I think. And we're trying so hard to, like the other day I went to a show and afterwards I had stopped in the bathroom and I looked at the stall and right there it said, "Trans lives are human lives." I'm like, oh, Worcester's trying to be better, that's nice. And right underneath it said, "Steve has crabs." So even in our greatest moments, we are not as good. All right, I'm gonna change tasks a little bit. Where my fatties at? All right, I feel like, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go, nice job. I feel like some of us have a couple more pounds on us, and there should have been a lot more reaction to that, all right? Like, I went to a wedding a couple months ago, and one of the thin bridesmaids had collapsed because she had forgotten to eat. Would that happen to us fat people? Hell no! Fat power, fat power, fat power, fat power! I teach fat except for my arm is really, really tired now. So if anybody's got like some cheap Ozempic, I think I'll take some. I'm older than a lot of the comedians you're going to see today. You can probably tell because as the kids say, white does crack. But I'm going to do a little bit more audience participation. I'm going to tell a story and you guys are going to tell me whether you think it's true or not. All right? The other day I went to a store and I was carded. Show of hands who believes me. Maybe one person. It's okay, I'm not mad, I can see me too. But I wasn't carded because I was buying alcohol, I was carded because I was buying Sudafed. Now show of hands who believes me. A lot more people. It's always important for me to know two things about an audience. If they think I'm young, and if they think I do math. Very important to know. But as I mentioned, I am older, and I've learned that I'm old in many ways. One of the ways that I know that I'm old is because when I first had sex, vaginas had hair. Yeah, they didn't tell you that, young people. Vaginas used to have hair. We rode to school on dinosaurs, and vaginas had hair, and they had to cut that out of Jurassic Park because it was way too scary. You guys have been an awesome audience. I've enjoyed it. Keep it up for your host, Tyler.